Today we are going to do a yin practice to connect. We're going to connect our mind and our bodies and tune a little bit to the feelings that come with finding a bit of stillness in our practice. Now you don't need any props except I have a strap handy just to make my arms a little bit longer. You may or may not need one. You don't need to use a yoga strap if you don't have them, an exercise band or anything really that'll give you some extra length. A towel works, whatever you might have. So I'm going to keep that over there. We are going to begin with a little bit of seated breath work. So go ahead and find your way to your seat here. Bring your hand to your heart space and the other hand to your belly. So instinctively, it doesn't matter. Usually it's right hand over heart, left hand on belly, but whatever works for you. If you're left-handed, that might feel more natural to go the other way. Begin by breathing all the way into your belly. So feel the air through your nose, down the back of your throat, into your lungs, and all the way into your belly. Then go ahead and exhale, starting with your belly and squeezing all of that out. Every in-breath, feel the prana or energy as it fills into your body. You might imagine that energy as a bright light. As you exhale, feel cleansed. Let everything that you don't need go away with that exhale. So negative energy, darkness, case of the winter blues, let it all go. Now, keeping the breath, allow the hands to fall down by your side. The next in-breath, turn the palms up and imagine you're drawing that energy up from the ground. You're bringing it up overhead. Maybe the arms stay about shoulder width apart. Maybe you bring them together and look up. If that creates tension, go ahead and back out a little bit. And then as you exhale, turn your palms out and open up, open your heart space, create these cactus arms and lift your chest. Inhale to lift the heart and then exhale, let the hands come down. We'll do that a couple more times just to get the feel for the rhythm. Turn the palms up, inhale all the way up. Exhale, find your cactus arms. Inhale, open up the heart, take a little back bend, and then exhale the hands all the way down. So we're really making a meal out of this breath here. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, come into your cactus. Inhale, open your heart, and then exhale, hands come down. On this one, we're going to lean over to the side as we inhale. And then exhale over to the other. Inhale up and over. And then exhale. Nice. Come all the way back through center. Interlace your fingers behind you. Put the thumb side of your hands on your lower back. Squeeze your elbows together like chicken wings. And then open up the heart here. Open up the shoulders. Maybe tuck the chin. It's a nice stretch up the back side of the body. And then go ahead and release. We're going to head to the mat. So come on down onto your back. Grab your strap and bring it with you. Keep your left knee bent, left foot on the mat, and then just go ahead and lasso your right foot. Now, if you don't have a strap and your hands reach, you can go ahead and grab onto your foot here with your fingers. But if you have a strap, there's no sense in making things harder than they need to be. And we're just going to start to engage into the quads here. So yin shapes are active and passive at the same time, right? So we're going to engage the front of the legs while we gently stretch the back of the leg. If you need a little bit more from this, you can start to bring the toes so that they are maybe right above your face, maybe a little behind. Depends on your flexibility here. I am chronically tight through the back of my body, so this is enough for me. You can keep your left hand on your right quad or your thigh there so that you can feel those muscles engaging like you're pulling the kneecap to the hip bone. Beautiful. And then we're just going to switch it out. So just releasing that right foot to the floor. Take a minute to reset. And then head right to the other side. So pulling the foot up towards the ceiling, push the heel away, engage through that thigh. Relax everything else onto the mat. And start to gently pull some length into the back of the leg. Go ahead and release. Bring that foot down. Keep your strap handy. You might need it later on. I'm just going to put it right there. Take a little windshield wiper or anything that feels good. And then reach your arms up overhead. Maybe letting your right palm kind of rest in your left. And then send your legs out nice and long. Maybe crossing the right leg over the left. Now from here, move the body over towards the left and then walk your feet over towards the left. We call this banana asana. So if you were to be above yourself here, looking down, you're in the shape of a banana or a half moon or crescent moon. Come back through center, reach the feet long, reach the arms long, and then reset. So just switching the orientation of the arms, crossing the opposite palm on top and the opposite ankle. When you cross the legs, if it makes your hip pop off the mat, just go ahead and put it back down. Nice. And then go ahead and come back through center. Reach nice and long, stretch out super duper long, and then go ahead and roll over to your left side. So all the way onto the mat, you can rest your head in your hand. And then from here, you're just going to bend the leg, grab onto your foot, and go ahead and stack the knees on top of each other. And take a little bit of a quad stretch here. Nice. And then just go ahead and release. We're going to head back down onto our bellies, or onto our bellies for the first time. Go ahead and move yourself back onto your mat if you have slid off like I did. Actually, I'm sliding down my mat too. Pulling your elbows underneath your shoulders, we're going to take a little quad stretch here, or a little heart opener here. So hands are on the mat, pulling back with your elbows energetically so that they're right underneath, and feel like you're scooping your heart up and open. push into the mat, lift the heart, even lifting the chin somewhat so that you're looking straight ahead. If that doesn't feel comfortable, you can slowly start to lower down. Just try not to dump into the shoulders here. So you want this, again, to be a very active shape. Pushing into the mat, lifting the heart. Nice. And then we're going to come all the way down, reach the right arm out long, and come onto your right side. And then same thing, go ahead and reach back. You can use your strap if you can't reach and do a little bitty quad stretch. So for me, this side is way more accessible. You can also do this on your belly if it doesn't feel good. You're trying to keep that knee right underneath your hip so that you get that nice tug. Nice. And then just go ahead and release. And then we're going to come back onto our backs. So again, if you've slid off of your mat, just go ahead and reposition. We're going to pull the right knee in, give it a nice little tug here. If you need some extra room, you can use your strap here. As a matter of fact, I'll show you what it looks like. We're just going to lasso the foot and take that foot across the body into that nice gentle stretch. So you've got the strap so you can really let the foot go wherever it feels comfortable. Now from here, for most of us, we're going to stay here. Others are going to reach that right hand down, bend that bottom foot, and maybe grab the toes and let the right shoulder come down. So this is called cat pulling its own tail, and it's not an easy shape. If grabbing that back foot creates tension, just let it go and enjoy the twist. We're not here for very long. Go ahead and release that bottom foot. Use your hands to help you bring that right foot back up to the ceiling. And then just swap it out. Putting your left foot in the lasso. Stretching your right leg long. Make sure you have room to move to the right. And then take that leg across the body. This is enough of a stretch. You don't need anything else. If you're not feeling anything, then you can bend that foot. Now the shoulder is aiming for the mat. So if your shoulder is popped way up and this foot is off the mat, then just back out of it. If you have two straps, you can grab both feet with a strap. My hands are cold, so my fingers are slipping. Go ahead and release that bottom foot. Bring that top leg up. Let go of that lasso. Put it off to the side. And just keep your feet on the mat with your knees bent. Let them sway a little side to side if that feels good. We'll take about 30 seconds here just to connect with your body. So scanning your whole body. Top of the head, all the way down to the soles of your feet. How did you connect with your body during this practice? Which shape stuck out the most? Which shape gave you the most ease? What posture was the most complicated for you? It doesn't have to be the hardest to be the most complicated. If you have plenty of time, you can stay here, or if you need to move about the rest of your day, go ahead and join me in a seated shape. Rest your hands on your knees. Remember that sometimes we get so busy, we lose the connection with our bodies. We eat food we're not hungry for. We forget that moving feels good. And we forget how good it feels to take care of our bodies, to take care of our mind, and to step back for a moment. My hope for you is that after this brief movement, you feel a little bit more connected to your body so that your mind and your body all are working together as one. Thank you for joining me on the mat today. Have a fabulous rest of whatever your day brings. Namaste, yogi.